Up next, we have a veteran-owned, woman-owned, and family-owned business from right here in Detroit, Birdy Boutique. Please welcome sisters and co-founders, Barbara Kent and Joanna Sarah. It's a little warm in here. Okay. So, Joanna, I know you're local. Can you share with the audience where you're based out of?
Yes, so we actually grew up here in Hamtramck. Now we're out of Romeo, Michigan, and we're so excited to be here to share our mission of creating products with purpose.
And Barbara, I know you flew all the way from Germany again. You're racking up those miles. Can you share a little bit about that there?
I did, yes. I'm a veteran. I'm a combat veteran. I'm also a military spouse. My husband is still an active duty soldier, and we're stationed in Germany. So we basically go where the Army sends us. Right now, that's Germany.
And there's nothing wrong with Germany.
No, it's beautiful.
All right, before we dive into the video, I want you guys to give a little elevator pitch on what Birdy Boutique is.
Sure, we're a textile manufacturer. We manufacture and design fabrics. Our specialty are definitely blankets, but our story actually starts a little while back with a very meaningful baby gift.
Awesome, and I know I just had the opportunity to visit you both at your house and your studio, and we have a video for the audience to watch, so let's dive right in.
Abby, thank you so much for coming all this way to check out our headquarters.
I'm so excited to be here. It seems like such a beautiful space, and I can't wait to check out your products and where you work. And Barbara, I know you came all the way from Germany.
I did. It's my first time back in a couple of years, but I'm so excited that I get.
A couple of years?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited that I came back for this because this is awesome. I love meeting you, and I love that you're a veteran, and I love that you're part of this team.
Well, yes. I love that you're both wearing these great patriotic colors.
Oh, we're so excited to show you everything. Let's go.
Let's go inside.
Can't believe you're here.
I'm so excited to be here, and I've been noticing some birds on the walls.
Yes, everywhere.
Might have a little connection with Birdy Boutique, right?
Yes. Such a big connection, actually.
Well, I want to get to know a little bit more about your story before Birdy Boutique and what led you to create your business. And Barbara, I know you and I both share military service, which is great, but I'd love if you could share with me.
So my mom brought us 3 little girls from Poland in 1988. While Poland was communist. It was a little crazy over there. And we landed in Detroit, and that's where we had our start here in America. We started going to school as our mom worked really hard, cleaning homes of other people. It was difficult work.
A lot of days we would have to skip school to go with her, whether it was during the day or cleaning offices at night.
And we knew that education was going to be our way out. We didn't want to end up in those same circumstances. And so we started focusing on school. That was our focus. We worked really, really hard, and we both got to college. I was accepted to West Point and served in the military for about 15 years. And I was then medically retired, and Joanna became a teacher.
I did. You know, I really wanted to give back in the way that teachers were there for us. I mean, when we didn't know anybody here, we came here to a new culture, a new language, just everything. And school was our safe place. It was our place where we could go every day, and we knew we would get a meal. We knew that the teachers would be there for us if we needed anything, and that's really where my passion stemmed to become a teacher.
I love that so much, and I love how you both share that service. The service is important to you both, giving back to the community, giving back to the country, which is great. What led you then, after teaching and military service, to then start Birdy Boutique?
Oh my gosh, things just happened in such a weird way, coincidentally, because both of our careers kind of ended at the same time.
We knew we always wanted to do something else. We knew we wanted to do something else. So I finished in the military, she was done being a teacher, and I just fell into sewing. My neighbor asked me to come over to sew with her, and I first thought she was a little crazy. but I fell in love with it. It was such
really
a great, relaxing thing for me to do.
It really benefited her because, you know, being medically retired from, I feel like the Army she was a little bit, I don't want to say depressed, but sad. It was hard to,
it was very
the
sad.
career that you worked for your whole life, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And I think that sewing really helped her to find balance and to kind of relieve some stress.
But what led
well.
you to leaving teaching though?
I was a teacher for 10 years, and I had planned to be a teacher forever. And when I had my first child, I had a birth nerve injury in my legs that I couldn't walk anymore. So I was in a wheelchair for quite some time, waiting for the nerves to regenerate and learning how to walk again. And this all happened at the same time during my maternity leave when Barbara was leaving the Army. So again, it's just so...
The timing was perfect.
The timing was so coincidental. So from then, Barbara was sewing different things, and I was telling her as a new mom, I had this extra time on my hands now, sitting, rolling around in the wheelchair with the baby, and I said, hey, look at this, you know, these articles about puffy coats being dangerous in car seats. And Barbara said, okay, well, let me see what I can put together. And she came up with this car seat poncho. Everybody was asking me, hey, where did you get this? What is it? Tell us more about it, and where can I get one? And it kind of naturally stemmed from there. I convinced her to maybe put some up, and she's like, no, I don't think they're gonna sell. I'm like, yes, they're gonna sell. And they did, and we started selling them locally first friends and family locally, and then we decided to put them on this little website called Amazon. And Barbara was sewing, and we're selling them on Amazon, and next thing you know, a few months in, you know, when her family could never find her and she was in the basement sewing, we realized we had a business.
That's amazing. Well, I would really love to go see your products, the ponchos, the blankets. I haven't seen them.
We're so excited to show you.
Can you show me?
So excited.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so Joanna, you're going to show us the workspace here, an all-in-one purpose room, kitchen / work room here.
/ wine room, yes.
Slash wine room.
It really is. It really is.
I love that. So this is where you design all of your blankets and ponchos.
This is the magic space, yes.
And then how often are you creating new designs for your blankets and ponchos?
So usually we do a couple of new designs every year.
A couple a year for the blankets and the ponchos.
Yes.
Yeah, we kind of see what's out there and what's trending and what people want, you know. Some years it's neutral colors, some year it's really loud and vibrant.
Awesome. And then how long does it take you to draw a pattern?
So I usually stick to the same pattern. I draw out my pattern, and actually, funny story, my first pattern was made out of parchment paper because I didn't have any pattern paper. So I was at home and pulled out some parchment paper, made some drawings, cut it out, and then cut some fabric out, and that was it.
How did you become such a great sewer? How long have you been sewing?
I love YouTube. And that is where I learned how to sew. I generally just sew straight lines, but it works for this project. It's perfect for this project. So I learned how to sew, and now I've been sewing for maybe 10 years.
Kudos to you. And then Joanna, what do you do after she's created the design?
I would say for the most part, I am kind of the vision behind what's trending and what, you know, what's out there, what moms need with all the little ones that I have. It's kind of, you know, what's in
Like
demand.
the tie-dye.
Right.
I did not believe her to tie-dye was in.
Yeah, but tie-dye is so in. And she's like, what is this, 1980? But no, tie-dye is so in again. So last year we released our tie-dye poncho, which did really well because it's just something that, you know, can be for boys, girls, but also something that is very vibrant and colorful and something that parents can also, right, kind of feel, because back when we were little, tie-dye was in as well.
Wow, I love how your strengths kind of complement each other, and I'm guessing that's probably what contributed to your business being as successful as it is today. I do want to look at the poncho, but I am curious, where did the love of birds come from?
I don't know.
You know, I think when we were younger, we didn't have much, and I think looking outside and watching birds was something that was free and something that was just available to us all the time, and it's just such a peaceful thing to be able to go and watch and listen to birds.
Yeah, plus Birdy Boutique rolls right off the tongue.
Yes.
I'd love to see
really
some of
does.
your ponchos and blankets. Do you have your top selling designs or your most popular designs?
Yes. This is our best seller. It's called the Black Puffer, and it's kind of like a puffer coat, but it's in a poncho.
I love that.
Well, you know, we really wanted to create something that is safer for kids in car seats. Kids that are put in car seats with bulky coats are really actually unsafe because the bulky coat gives space between the belt and the child. We decided to come up with something that was not only a safer option, but was fun and colorful, pretty much like a hooded blanket, but also something that fosters independence because kids can easily put it on and take it off. And it's great not only in the car, but in the stroller on walks to the park. And kids really just see it as a blanket.
I love that. What are your other best-selling colors and patterns?
So we started with fleece on fleece.
Okay.
This is one of our first bestsellers. It's actually inspired by Joanna's son Sebastian because he loved dinosaurs, so we made these little spikes. So we started with fleece on fleece, and then we progressed to these fun designs with this teddy bear Sherpa on the inside. So we have tons of these.
Yeah, because we didn't want it to just be cute and safe. We also wanted it to be warm, right?
Wow.
Because if you're going to take the coat away, you really want something that's going to keep them warm, especially in winters like here in Michigan.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is one of our fancier ones. It's got some fur going on for those
that looks like fun.
special babies. Yes.
Yeah, and we recently even added a pocket for kids to be able to put their hands in the front as
Oh.
well.
Do you have one with a pocket on it?
Look at this.
So the pocket is actually very camouflaged into the poncho, as you can see here, and kids can just slide their hands right in inside of the poncho to stay extra warm.
These seem so cozy.
They
I
are.
almost want one for myself.
I want one too.
Now, how long were you selling the ponchos before you decided to sell blankets?
During COVID, my son was actually learning how to read. So I thought, hey, I wonder if I can create some sort of a learning tool for him that isn't the traditional learning tool, sitting up at a desk, you know, kind of in a high stress environment. So I said, hey, Barbara, we're already making different textiles. Why don't we combine my background with education and the textiles and start printing educational concepts on blankets? I mean, what do we have to lose? And that's exactly what we did, and this is still our best-selling blanket. So we chose 150 of the top Dolce & Fry words, which are sight words, which children kind of start off with to learn how to read. This is the less advanced kind of beginner section, and on the back are the more advanced words. And kids can literally, in a natural setting, learn how to read using this blanket in a very natural environment where sometimes they don't even know they're learning.
I love that so much. Such a great idea, and how it came from seeing the own need in your son. These are so soft, by the way. I want one for myself.
Our city block. Our city block has been awesome because it has it's like a play mat, but it has so many educational concepts on it. It's got letters, it's got numbers. You can count, you can pull your cars all over the place.
You know how they have those rugs where you put the rug in the room and the little kid drives the car? Well, we wanted that, but we wanted it in a blanket and we want it to be educational.
I love that
so,
too.
Yes, we tried to squeeze in as much education as we could. We did numbers, letters, different simple words, colors.
Directions,
yeah, things so they can just slowly, again, naturally start learning, whether it's in the park or at home without a high stress environment.
And the back is sort of a dinosaur playland.
I was going to say, this is a very advanced vocabulary, which is great. I don't think I can even say that word myself.
We really wanted to cram in as many educational concepts as we could. That's why we really wanted to go with the reversible styles.
I love that. And you also do reversible too with the ponchos too, so I kind of see it blending together.
Yes.
Staying on brand as Birdy Boutique, which is great. These are so awesome. Thank you.
Cut.
That's awesome. Okay, that's amazing.
Shall we try to sew another thing?
So now you're ready because you have the bottom thread threaded and you have the top thread threaded. See? And you need 2 threads to sew one line of thread. Look at this. Or one seam.
Yeah.
Now it's done. Wonderful. Good job. You did amazing. I think you're going to be a seamstress. Yeah.
What's that?
It's a microphone.
That's
But
cool.
remember, you're only looking at this and at me.
All right, and we're back with Joanna and Barbara. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to visit your house and your studio. And I really love your story so much. So thank you both for sharing.
Thank you, Abby.
Yeah, and I know today we're talking about financing and funding your business. And we only have a short time to talk about it. But I want to start with you, Joanna. At what point did you realize you needed to get outside funding for Birdy Boutique? And then what did you do to fund your business?
Well, we're a bootstrapped business for a very long time. We invested our own money, which was $3,000, into the company because we didn't need much. We just needed fabric and thread. And so we were always reinvesting the money. As money came in and we were making money, we were putting it all back in. But there came a point where we just couldn't keep up with sewing, and we decided to start mass producing our products. And so what we did is, with our production facility, we negotiated 90 terms. So we still had that working capital without having to pay that money up front for manufacturing. During the pandemic, when all parents all of a sudden were teachers at home through virtual and remote learning, we really wanted our learning blankets to reach shelves, retail shelves nationwide. So we did also secure another loan to be able to make that happen, to help families out while they're trying to learn how to be teachers.
Awesome. And I know, Barbara, you also helped finance the business too. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, so a couple of other things that we did were Amazon loans. We decided to secure the small business loans, and it was extremely easy and it was convenient. That's the reason why we went with it. We basically applied, had the funds really quickly so we could use the funds right away. And I think at that point we were looking for extra inventory. And then the payments just came out of our selling account, which was, again, super convenient. We also secured a private loan to, again, help with the growth of our business. We had hired some more personnel. But those two things those little loans were super helpful for us.
So it sounds like you've managed to successfully secure multiple loans. Do you have any tips for the audience on how you were able to secure those loans?
I feel like working on the Amazon platform has given us such a leg up, and it seems like they're very open to helping small businesses. So we were able to very easily apply for the loan, just make sure that we're eligible, make sure that we can get that loan. And it was rather quick and easy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have you ever been turned down for a loan?
I don't think so. We've not applied for many, but the ones that we've applied for, we were pretty ready and we got them.
That's impressive, because I know it's very hard to get a loan for a lot of small businesses. So maybe the audience needs to connect with you too after the event. I know one of my favorite topics, and your favorite topic too, I believe, is certification. Diversity certification. Can you both talk about the certifications you have for Birdy Boutique and how that has helped you from a financial perspective?
Yeah. Sure, yeah, I think that's one of because we are kind of self-grown, neither of us have a business background, we definitely jumped into getting certifications very quickly. We're certified through a variety of organizations, WeBank, which is for women-owned businesses, Novoba and VBDC, they're for veteran-owned businesses, and because we're a service-disabled veteran-owned company, we're also certified through Disability In, and we're very involved in Bunker Labs. We're part of their CEO Circle cohort right now, which is another veteran organization. I think being certified through the organizations that with people like yourself is important, because it allows you to have opportunities for networking, all kinds of resources, financial opportunities. But I think the main thing that I really love is they're always sending emails about pitches and grants, which we've applied for so many, and we've pitched quite a few times too. Most recently, we pitched a DMV veteran kind of competition that we won first place in, that was able to give us some more funding for developing different blanket styles.
Yeah, your Birdy Boutique.
It's growth. It's a lot of fun. We've just started a new division of Birdy Boutique, and it is Fundraiser blankets. And I'll let Joanna expound on that, but it is massive growth.
Education has always been a passion of ours, because we were immigrants. The neighborhoods we grew up in, the neighborhoods where I taught when I was a teacher, it didn't seem like there were a lot of affordable ways for kids to fundraise, and the schools still have a large profit margin. So we were sitting there thinking one day, why can't we take our blankets? We produce so many blankets. Why can't we customize blankets to schools and spread this program nationwide and let kids fundraise with custom blankets?
I love how you both continue to give back to your community,
Yes.
which I know we touched on in the videos a little bit as well. So I love the fundraiser blankets. Thank you both so much for being here today. I know you're going to be back for the Ask Me Anything session, but I really have enjoyed getting to know you over these last few weeks, and I want to thank you for being here.
Thanks, Abby.
Abby.
Thank you.